Hey everybody, it's Michelle with Michelle's Frugal Living, and thanks for watching my videos. Welcome to my new subscribers. And yeah, I'm going to show you a large portion of my stockpile. I want to say that it would be near impossible for me to show you everything that I consider part of my stockpile, just because of where I have to keep it at. This is one of my spare rooms. It catches the bulk of my stockpile couponed items. This is where I let people come and shop. And, you know, I talk about it all the time in my videos that I let my family come and take what they want. I always take donations to cover tax and my time and whatever. I do have some people that I sell a lot of this stuff to them just for $1 that helps cover tax and stuff like that. So for the most part, I like to have a lot of stuff on hand. Some of the stuff I have excessive amounts of, and I know that. Like my shave gels over there, there's 2 boxes of shave gels right there. There's another one hiding back there, and I probably have 3 times that amount of shave gel around in my house somewhere. You know, we just happen to be getting a really great coupon on that Gillette, and therefore that's what I have a lot of right now. Yeah, I move stuff. It turns over and everything like that. I've been couponing for like 2.5 years probably on this serious of a scale and been doing this. This isn't something that happened overnight. And everything. So just keep that in mind. And you know, when a deal comes around, it's like, you know, I'll buy what I can, because I never know what people will use, what they might ask me if I have or need, especially if it's free or people are, you know, the stores are paying me to take it. You know, I'll take what I can. I know a lot of people would like to suggest things that I do with my stockpile, like tell me to give it away, that I need to give it away, because that's what people want to tell me to do with it all the time. I've heard all the comments, so I do what I want with my stockpile, I'll just say that. So, and I do consider myself a prepper, if you guys know what a prepper is, and I think it's good to be prepared. I frequently have been in need of cold medicine, or, you know, some Neosporin, or you name it, whatever. I have some poison ivy wash stuff that Technu makes, and that came in really handy that I had it here. You know, you ain't got time to go run out to the store when you got yourself into some poison ivy cleaning out the fence row, that kind of thing. So I like having this stuff here. And yeah, anyways, so I'll show you some of the things that I have. It's hard for me to show you everything, but let's say I do have lots of hair color, because we get deals where they're paying us to take hair color, and I will do just about anything if it pays me enough for it. I have lots of diabetic testing meters. You know, we get deals on those all the time, where they're paying us to take them. They're good because they have those button batteries in them that are number 2032s, and those are rather expensive, and a lot of remote controls and your little key fobs for your car take that battery. So if you're getting those meters for free, you might look at using the batteries in them for other stuff. Yeah. So I've got like a couple of boxes up there of Revlon beauty tools, stuff like that, a box of Trojans and KY. Yeah, lots of hair accessories. I've got a whole box of waxing Nair Veet to Sally Hansen products. There's a whole box of Ben Gay. I've got 2 boxes of the Fresh and Sexy here, box of Sucrets and, you know, Halls and stuff like that. There's some cold medicine over there, and then that's all allergy medicines right there. Oh, crazy. Skin stuff is for psoriasis, and Tux pads and that poison stuff, and you name it. That's just a miscellaneous box I need to find places for. This is like topical creams, Lamisil, Cordaid, Neosporin, stuff like that. I get 3 boxes of aspirins, most of which is Bayer. Yeah, they pay us to take that stuff. What else I got down there? I got a whole box of hand sanitizer down there. You can't hardly see. Those poise pads are in there. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boxes down there of toothpaste, and then I've got a whole mess of it sitting up here I need to get organized. Toothpaste is one of those things we used to get it free all the time, but I have used toothpaste that has expired, and it lasts a lot longer than what the expiration date on it is. I have very little expired toothpaste in here because I do rotate it around. So if people are coming in and asking me for toothpaste, or I'm giving toothpaste away, I'm going to the older stock and giving it away. And when I'm picking up stuff on the shelf, I do look at the expiration dates, and I will pick the ones that have the furthest away expiration dates also. That's something to keep in mind if you're buying lots of stuff. Anyways, and then I've got like floss picks and floss in there. This is not all my Band-Aids. This is just a little sampling in the more specialty Band-Aids in here. I've got a large box of them in the other room. This is a whole box of sleep aids, Visines, and Clear Eyes and stuff like that. This isn't all my ACE bandages. This is just some of them that, I let people come in this room and shop. So some of the stuff I don't want people just to be taking all of it, so I don't keep it in here. Because when I tell people they can come in here and take stuff, then I have to be willing to let go of it, that kind of a thing. Those are all travel size shampoos in there. Lip balms and stuff like that in there. These are stomach ailments, and for some reason I've got some Tux pads in there that don't belong in there. Ocean nasal sprays. These are all greeting cards I got from Walgreens that we had that money making deal some months ago on. I've got more greeting cards that I've picked up at CVS and Rite Aid. I don't know where they're at. More pain relievers, some baby products, Q-tips. I got a box of seeds. You pick them up as fillers at Walgreens all the time. This is a box of men's deodorant. I've got 2 other boxes of deodorant over there. And then I got this dresser full of miscellaneous stuff that most of it came from Walgreens, or, they were like clearance items that I used as little fillers or something. I've got some kid puzzles here. I got a lot of these crazy band things at Rite Aid. Used them as fillers when they were 24 cents, and these we got for free at Walgreens last Christmas. They had a coupon, just get it for free. Stuff from Rite Aid. I still have some of these cloths that were a moneymaker at Rite Aid last year. The rubber duckies. I got all kinds of stuff, so I just kind of keep this stuff in here. I know I've got like a lot of earring backs that Rite Aid paid us to take. Here's my Buddha. Plug it in your car and have a Buddha light. There's all kinds of crazy stuff in there. I've got curling irons and wall shavers we got from Rite Aid, that kind of stuff. Fake fingernails. Now I got my shadow on here. Crazy stuff. There's a whole pile of these bags, gift bags that I got from Walgreens that I used as filler items and whatever. So I have those. This is my nail polish. This is all I got left in nail polish. This one box. I used to have 3. I've been good about getting rid of it. I have just this amount of cosmetics. I try not to buy too much of those. Hard for me to get rid of them. And school supplies. A lot of these I got last year, but a lot I've got this year too. Rite Aid, Staples, Target. We got a lot of these Martha Stewart labels we were getting for free at Staples last year. All kinds of stuff. Ink pens, crayons. And I've given a lot of this away. It's good to have around when school started and my sister asked if I had stuff to give to the kids. Yeah, I got stuff. Pencils galore. A lot of these, you know, Walgreens throw them in as filler items. Markers, you know. This whole bag, I got ink pens. These are all the ones I got this year for free with the coupon. Everywhere, wherever I could get them. And actually, a lot of those were money makers at Kroger because they were 87 cents. Yeah. Where else have we got, Ben? I got some Epsom salts there. This is my box that other people do not get because it's got all my John Frieda shampoo in it. And toothpaste. Okay, and my favorite razor right there. Those are mine. And my Caress. I don't know why this Dove body wash is in here. My body wash is back there. I got a box of body wash. Between the body wash and the bar soap, which I have in the other room in a box, bar soap and hand soap. People want soap like crazy, and I can't get enough of it at a cheap enough price that, you know, it's worth me bothering with, you know. Anyways, Dawn, I've got a lot. I got some other places. I don't know. I just can't seem to get it all together. There's a bunch of mouthwash down there, but I have a lot of mouthwash. Yeah, I got my shadow over here. You can't see. More shave gels. I got a box of like Coppertone, Banana Boat sunscreens and stuff, but I really should have more somewhere, so I need to find that. And there's a box down there of Dove shampoos, and that's a box of like hair products and stuff like that, creams and whatnot. And then over here I've got 8 of these paper boxes full of shampoos and conditioners. Well, one of them over here is just got like hairspray and gels and stuff like that in it. But so I've got 8 here, 2 over there, and I've got 4 of them in the hallway. That's a lot of shampoo. It really is. But I get a lot of requests for shampoo, and so I give a lot of it away and whatnot. Yeah, craziness. This bag is Suddenly Salads. Yeah, lots of Suddenly Salads. Let's see. Small hand lotions, because I've got a whole box down there of nothing but hand lotions. Tums. And a couple boxes of deodorants here. I've got all of these little puff thingies that make good gifts as well. And these are like face cleaners and cleansers and stuff like that. Yeah. I think I already talked about that. I do have bunch of Lysol wipes back there and Clorox wipes. I got a lot of those elsewhere as well. This tote right here, I use these to hold all my Stay Free and Carefree and stuff like that. This one's a miscellaneous one. But I probably have like 5 of these full of Carefree and stuff, and I've got Tenna all over the place after having been through that last month with that coupon. I need to get those organized. I've got Kleenex all over the place that I can't really show you. Puffs, actually, I prefer Puffs over Kleenex. That's my personal preference. And also like baby wipes. I've got those around here somewhere. You know, we get all those for free at Kroger, at least we used to. I don't think that'll ever happen again. But yeah, over here I've got vitamins and stuff like that. So these are like Fiber Smarts we got at Walgreens for free. I have trouble getting rid of some of these types of vitamins. People don't have a use for them. A lot of people don't take vitamins. They don't want them, that kind of thing. Gosh, all this Nature Made that Rite Aid gives us. Yeah, all kinds of stuff. Those and some high T testosterone booster and Estroven that we got at Walgreens. Those, there's some probiotics down there. And then these 3 totes down here are full of razors, plus all of the razors that I have right here. Okay. Yeah, this is a mess. Razors are a hard thing to put in a box. At least they don't weigh very much. Yeah, so I'm going to take you and I'll show you my Tide collection. So we're back in my utility laundry room area, and I've got this baker's rack that I have set back here that I've just filled up with paper plates and then a bunch of food, and it's all full, stuff's full. And this comes back to me being a prepper and like to be prepared for anything that happens. And I think everybody should have a good stockpile of food. I do have a lot, because sometimes it's just like I find a deal on food, and if I get it really cheap, then I'll go ahead and get it. I mean, I do share it with my sister and her family, and that kind of stuff. So, but I really think everybody should have enough food for you and your whole family to last you like a month. You know, I see natural disasters happen, and then people get on TV because the power went out, and they're crying because they lost all the food they had because the power went out. Well, did you have any canned goods? You know, it's like, and to me, it's like you need to have a stockpile of food and water, and which I do have. You guys have seen me been buying the Nestle Pure Life water when we got that deal last month, and then earlier last week I did it, and then like picking up, you know, jugs of water at Walgreens or Rite Aid when they have deals on them and stuff like that. So it is something I feel very strongly about, and I think it is really is important that you have a stockpile of food. You know, you never know if you lose your job or something like that, what are you going to do? So, you know, if you're getting cans of food for $1, you should pick up what you can. Okay, enough preaching there. Okay, here's my Tide. I think I have about 50 bottles of Tide. I've got a few down here on the floor that won't fit up there on the shelves, and yeah, I just use Tide. I used it before I started couponing. My mom always used Tide. You know, and I gave up on it before I started couponing, and I was like, oh my gosh, prices on everything were going up, and on the Tide including, and I switched. And when I started couponing, I was like, oh my gosh, I can afford to buy Tide again. So so I started using Tide again. I do buy other brands occasionally when I find good deals on it, because I know people who want me to get good deals on it, and then they'll pay me back for it, that kind of thing. I don't really have any right now other than a little bit of Arm & Hammer Power Pack stuff. So, and I do have cleaners. I wish I had room for another shelf in here. I could probably fill up a whole shelf of different types of cleaners, Lysol, Lime Away, Clorox, you know, Fantastic, and Windex and that kind of stuff. So I really don't have that organized where I can show you that. So anyways, yeah, thanks for watching, and yeah, show me your stockpile.